not interested, we'll move quicker. The first one you need to write down is the supernatural law of purpose. You're like, what does purpose got to do with supernatural law? How many know purpose is ordained by God? How many know anything ordained by God has to be spirit first? How many know you can never reach your purpose until you what? Till you understand the supernatural assignment. What did he tell Jeremiah? I know the what? The thoughts. I know the thoughts I have towards you. But what did he say before Jeremiah 29? He said, before you were what? Born. Before you was what? Before you was even formed in your what? Mother's womb. I knew who you were. I knew the thoughts that I would purpose you to become. So what is God saying? Before you even knew your identity, I already had a purpose. A supernatural purpose for your life. Your problem is you're trying to create a purpose when God have already divinely called you for a purpose in the supernatural. Okay? The second one is the supernatural law of what? Process. Once you understand your purpose, y'all need to get this. It may not even mean nothing to you now. It's just like going to school talking about, I don't understand what all this math, scientists, and history mean. It'll mean something later. Right now, you're just trying to figure out how you're going to keep the lights on. So it may not mean nothing right now. But once you overcome that struggle, the greater significance of things in life would matter. And it will become more global. That's why you got to outgrow local. Because as long as you stay in a local level of thinking or an environment, people that are local want you to stay there. People that are global want you to come. People that are local see where you are and see where you've been. People that are global see where you're coming in the hereafter. So put this down. Put this down. Supernatural law of what? Process. Touch somebody and say, once I understand my what? Purpose, the next thing to happen, I have to be what? Process. And that's where we usually get stuck. Once you tap into your purpose, that's when a different attack comes on your life. Long as you're still struggling for identity, you go through something, but it's not quite as much as a person that has an identity. Because the devil will never fight you. The enemy will never fight you and you unknowing. He only fights the known. I'm going to move real quickly then. Let's go on. The third one is a supernatural law of what? Because once you understand your purpose, once you understand the process, you got to tap into the supernatural law of what? Giving. Because if you don't tap into that, your process takes longer. I'm going to take 1 Kings, and you guys that know me, I'm going to take the word of God from 1 Kings 17, 18, and I'm going to show you all these processes was in those two chapters. Just those two chapters, and I could take you from Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation, and I could show you every great prophet, every great king, every great man or woman of God had to go through these supernatural laws. Okay? Okay. The fourth one is called what? The supernatural law of what? Now, that don't make sense, do it? Have anybody ever heard this kind of talk? Touch somebody a second, because once you understand giving, then that's when detachment takes place. Because you're going to outgrow a place. And because many of you have learned to be givers, you're about to detach yourself from some stuff that tried to hold you there. Touch somebody say, you ain't got to overthink it. I just told you earlier, don't do what? Don't try to overthink it. Why? Because it's a what? It's a what? Come on, people. It's a what? It's a law.